Good day, beautiful BraveHearts. We're doing a one-a-day today, Dr. Daryl Wolf and myself, Alicia, and today's topic is family or Damnily.
And this is day one of the Whole Life Coach. I promise that if you haven't had your coconut cracked open by day 3 or 4, you need to come and talk to us. Now, I'm talking about you're finally going to get it. You're finally going to understand it. Did you know that we could all just go to the beach for the whole 9 days and not have to even stay here? If you had unconditional love and respect for yourself, it would all be over. Did you know that there are people in here and there are people here that never went to church and they're religious? Everybody in this room is religious. And I'm not putting down religion. I'm telling you, if you've got a religion that completely honors you, completely respects you, and doesn't put you on the guilt hook, doesn't judge you, put you in judgment jail, doesn't limit you to loving yourself, I want to know the name of it. I want to know the name of it. And I know it exists. But I'm telling you something right now. You have to get rid of sinner's syndrome. Don't believe me. Most of you who believe that, you know what? That you believe in sin. Sin means missing the mark. Yes or no? Look it up in the dictionary. Depending on what book you look it up in. If I look it up in the dictionary, it means I'm missing the mark, which means I need to practice more. But if you look it up in other books, it means that if you make a mistake, you might have to punish yourself for 1 hour, 1 day, or for 1 lifetime. Yes or no? Please put your hand up if I'm lying. And then you'll tell me that you are not religious at all, and I will tell you, then why do you have judgment? Why do you judge broccoli? I hate broccoli. Why do you do it? Because you've been programmed to do it. How silly is that? Even saying I hate broccoli, does that bring your vibration up or down? Okay, saying that you hate the government. How can you hate the government? You can't hate the government. It's an entity. You're just looking for something to do to hate yourself. If the government wasn't there to hate, you'd find something else to hate. How about that? And guess why? Because you don't want to admit that you're running hate beliefs for yourself in your life. There's beautiful people in here. I've met some of them. And guess what? They work really hard. I don't work really hard. The other day, a person walked by me and I said, how you doing? Have the best day of your life. Oh my God, I will now. 40 years of work. Now I just retired. And guess what? I swear to God, I think he was 8 months pregnant. And the reality is guess what? He's not going to live that long. Because unless you've got passion and you've got purpose, you're not going to live that long. And if he actually worked 40 years at a job, then he turned him into a slob. Because you can't work at a job. You got to find your passion and your purpose. You know, I was talking to some people here and I'm going, oh my God, you're doing too much. You've got to let something go. But I love it all. Well, then you're going to destroy yourself. So are you trying to prove that you can do it all? Or do you want to be all to yourself? You need to make that decision. Do you want to do it all? Or do you want to be all to yourself? And how much do you need? Most of you have such poverty consciousness that you're always going to be poor. Whether you like it or not, the financial system is crashing. And guess what? Digital is coming. And no, it's not the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is if you put a chip in you. And then they can track you. The reality is the world's changing. So you don't have to go digital if you don't want. It's probably going to go that way. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to get myself upset about it. Do you understand? It doesn't matter. I will always be free because I am me. I love myself unconditionally. You know what? You couldn't make me feel guilty. Try to make me feel guilty for something. I never want to be right. I want to be happy. You can be right about everything. How's that? So when I'm talking here and we're going through this course, okay, and you're off course because I just said something, oh my God, did he just down my religion? Did he just down my ethnic group? Did he just down something? I never will. I never will. You can be anything, do anything, say anything, eat anything, drink anything. Why did you come? You came because you wanted to see what I eat, drink, and think. So I'm just going to tell you, so don't be offended. And there'll be some of you going, but I tell you, within the next 2 hours, am I right or wrong? You'll see the faces.
You're right.
And they'll be like, why the hell did I even come here? And then guess what? Those same people, the ones that really hate being here, oh my God, I just love you so much now. No, don't hate me, don't love me.
Love yourself.
You're only here to love yourself, that's it. If you need something to hate, go ahead.
You're off course.
Yeah, you're off course. Because guess what? They want you to hate something. I don't hate anything. I don't hate that the war is going on and that they're fake. I don't hate that money's fake. It was made out of thin air and it's used to trap us. That's the game down here. If I go to play Monopoly, I play by the rules. Or people are going to go, well, Daryl, if you don't want to play by the rules, then just leave the game.
We just weren't taught the rules.
Yeah, but you were taught the rules. You were taught their rules.
Yes.
I don't know if you notice anything, but I'm not scared to say it. I don't say it because I'm a rebel. I don't say it because I want trouble. But I don't follow bylaws or laws. And the reality is all you got to do is find out what these so-called psycho, they call themselves elite. Elite in what? I'm not sure. But the reality is all you got to figure out is how they do it. And we figured out how they did it financially. I don't pay taxes legally. And I don't do it because I'm a sovereign or I'm a man or all this other stuff. Because now you're always fighting with that. No, I just go to Puerto Rico, get a corporation.
Use the same system they use.
Okay, whether you want to believe it or not, but almost every country in the world, your IRS, your revenue, your taxation, it's all in Puerto Rico so that they don't have to pay tax. Because you don't understand it, but you actually think that the people that collect tax in Australia, you think it's actually they're collecting it for the country. They don't. It's got nothing to do with the country. It's a private company.
Registered in America.
Yeah. You can complain if you want and explain all you want and have all the tantrums you want. But there are some of you here, and the reason why you're so sick and you're so miserable is you never stopped having a tantrum. And then whatever anybody brings up that is like as if they're pulling something over, you can't stop talking about it. Whatever you feed gets bigger. We're going to go through that. You've got to mind your own business and maybe just even shut up. If you haven't got something great to say about yourself, don't say it. When we're here, tell your story. Tell your story from the point of, I want to be a hero, not from the point I want to be a victim. How many people here tell their story coming from a victim point of view and you believe that there's nothing that you can do about it? Almost everybody in this room. I'm not picking on you. And let me tell you something, I'm not. Because I'm telling you to come down here and play this game. I will tell you right off the bat, I want you to write your own story tonight. And then I want a couple people tomorrow to tell me their own story. I want you to get rid of the old story. Every book that you've ever read has been manipulated. Did you get that? And then I'll have people in the class go, no way. This book is protected by God. Okay, all right. Not touching that one. What is wrong with us? What happened to us? I hope you know how many different people with different religions, different ethnic groups, can speak different languages, have different diets, realize we all came from the same energy system. You forgot that. And guess what? It was so easy for them to divide us. They want as many different religions as possible. Whether you believe it or not, and I'm going to say it once and then you're not going to like me. I get it. God had nothing to do with all the different languages. The elite got all the different languages and all the different religions going. It was to separate us and divide us. Look at how many times you've hated a different nationality. And don't lie to me. okay? When I was younger, I didn't like the blacks, and then I didn't like the East Indians, and then I didn't like the Chinese. And how ridiculous and low vibrational is that? Oh my God, they're swarming into our country. Well, you know what? Why aren't you just minding your own business and having a good day? If it wasn't that, you'd be complaining about something else. And that's it. If you would just minded your own business, your own passion, your own dreams, and everything, you would be fine. And I'll tell you, why am I talking like this? Well, because I'm going to tell you something right now. I did a post today, and I want to go over this. If you think that you're going to leave here, do you know how many of you are going to leave here and you're going to find your inner child? Do you know how many of you are going to do that? Almost all of you, or all of you. And you are going to want to play with that child and stay with that child. If you go home and start talking to your family and going, I'm going to cure everyone. I'm going to cure my whole family. I'm going to show them. I see the light. Oh my God, I just love my life so much. It says like I'm high all the time and I didn't even toke. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. And guess what? I'm so calm and I'm not on my medication. Okay. Do you understand? You cannot leave here from this course and go home. You have to keep your mouth shut. You have to take all your energy and keep recycling it for 9 months. When you leave this course, you will just see the crown of the baby's head come out of the universal canal. And it will take 9 months just to birth the baby, and then it'll take 2 years before you can stand your ground against anyone. You couldn't scare me. You can't do anything to me. 13 years ago, I was down to $2,200. And I never felt so free in all my life. And guess what? Only 2 years prior to that, I was worth $4 million. And guess what? And people go, oh my God, he's just after the money. I'm not after the money. Do you see what I'm building? I just signed a contract for $140,000 US for an app that's free for the world. People are like ridiculous. We don't even own a house, you know, but we will someday, hopefully. And if we don't, who cares? But I will own a beach. You know, as long as I've got a beach, I've got the sun, and I've got fun, I got it done. You don't know who I am. You don't know who I am. Everybody thinks they know who I am. Me and Lori live such a simple life. Do we?
You do, you're amazing. Yeah.
We don't want, do we ask for anything?
No.
Nothing.
Just green juice.
Green juice, yes. And some orange. And some red.
Mix it up a bit then.
Yeah. So I need you to understand. And when I'm talking here, understand something. I am no better than you. I'm no worse than you. I am you. You need to get that. And I mean it. And I love every one of you. And you can like me, don't like me, hate me. And then when I say this, this isn't a commercial. Is this a commercial? You've been around me for days. I don't care if you don't like me. I love you. I know that. Listen, I am a low vibrational being in this universe. And I know that, guess what? We are all low vibrational beings because guess what? I hope you know this. Anything that has to eat and poop is a low vibrational being. You didn't get that? And the reality is you are never ever going to go to the next level if you don't buy into unconditional love. So you just get it. I don't care. I've got faith. I've got religion behind me. Good for you. But do you love yourself? Do you judge your family? Do you judge your family? Do you judge your family? Yes, you do. And you judge yourself. And I'm not upset. I'm trying to crack your coconut. I'm going to tell you something. I will give you more in health in this first day than you've gotten your whole life. And if I didn't, Lori will give you back your money. Because I'll tell you why. And you'll be able to do the same thing as me as soon as you do not care what people think about you. And I don't care what people think about me. I don't care what the systems think about me. And I'm going to just say it once. I'm not going to repeat it again. Why do you think Canadian taxpayers had to put out $250,000 for the second time Marketplace, which is like a W-5, which is gets 67% of their money from the government, came after me and said I killed 3 people and I steal people's money and I have a cult. You're going to find out one thing here. that you will not be allowed to follow me. You cannot follow me. You have to become the leader in this course, and that's all this is about. You will become your own leader. You will not be a follower. Alicia will come and she's learning from me, but she will teach the course from her spirit. Sure, she'll take the framework, but guess what? What kind of fraud would I be? I need you to set yourself free, take my stuff, and then make it into your own, and then rocket ship. You can take everything from my books, my videos. You don't have to thank me. You don't have to say they're from me. You can rewrite it. Don't rewrite it. Do whatever you want. Grab that surfboard and ride that wave right now. From this moment on, you don't ask approval to become everything. We don't have time for that. Your family needs you, and the only thing that you can do for your family is to become strong and become the light. And when they see that you're having so much fun with yourself, they will, not on a conscious level, but on a subconscious level, try to distract you, disrupt you, okay, and bring you down. You think I'm kidding? Go ahead. Let's see you shine your light. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Go take the course. And that's their subconscious mind going, Jesus, I hope something changes with them. And then you come home and you've totally changed and you're this bright light and they're going, dim it down, baby. Dim it down. And you get back down here with us. And that's not their heart. That's not their spirit. That's not their soul. That's their subconscious. And we're going to talk about that because your subconscious rules you. My subconscious rules me. My subconscious is the most amazing creating thing. And for most of you, yours is the most mutating thing. And it's the most mutating thing because you've never had your coconut cracked that you could open up and go, well, that's going to go now. And we're not going to focus on what's wrong in our life anymore. So just stop it. I don't like my relationship. Well, that's because you don't like you. And the reality is until you find your authentic self and learn how to love yourself, you will never throw that person away. And if that person's so toxic, like an alcoholic or a drug addict, and you live with them, then you don't live with them. Yeah, but it's my house. Who said you had to give it away? But you'll stay and how many of you women, and I say women more than men, are living in a relationship that you wish you were the hell out 10 years ago? Well, this is as good as it gets. Well, it does with your mind. It does with your mind. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to change. And when Lori and I got together, it's a really good thing that we knew who we were before we got together. Holy crap. Because if not, she'd want to get rid of me. I'd want to get rid of her. Because guess what? Every one of you married, every one of you have relationships, and you only do it because you're just sucking on the nipple. You can't live without love. And you'll take a contaminated love, a corrupted love. You will eat crap. You'll drink crap. You'll open up a crap yap. Okay? And you'll do it because you can't live without love. You will compromise yourself on every level. You know what? Relationships aren't for coming together to suffer. And it's all about the suffering. And you can see all the suffering in this room. Tons of it. Tons of it. Tons of it. I don't suffer for my children. Okay? I don't suffer for my children. I just went through something with my daughter. And she might be watching this. And I'm not trying to embarrass her. This is real for all of us. I'm not better than my daughter. I'm not worse than my daughter. But I'm not going to suffer for my daughter. Okay, we'll talk tomorrow. Love you. Talk to you. And I kept doing it. And I kept doing it. And I kept doing it. I come in, I love you. And I end with I love you, and I do. But I don't put up with it. And yes, I did screw her up. I screwed up all my kids. But I screwed them up because I was screwed up until I was unscrewed. Now I realized if I don't have unconditional love for myself, I can't give it to my children. I can't give it to anybody. That's it. And none of you know how to do it. That's the thing. You don't even know how to love yourself. I guarantee you. I love myself. That's what people do. I love myself. Well, are they going to find out something?
You're all gonna find out something.
You're going to find out something. We've never had somebody come to the course that loved themselves. You just weren't full out killing yourself. Let me tell you something. This is a beautiful planet. All people are programmed. All people are programmed. Yes or no? Yes. Every one of you have drug addicts, alcoholics, thieves, liars, okay, in your family. And you're probably one of them. And the reality is guess what? We're not going to judge them, are we? We're going to unconditionally love them. That doesn't mean you'll keep that person living in your house. You have to have them arms away from you, because the most important thing that you ever protect is one thing. What's that? Vibration. You have to smile more. If I see you not smiling, you have to go outside, knock on the door, and then we'll say, who's there? And you're going to yell BraveHeart. Okay? Everybody, I want you to watch her. If she doesn't smile, well, you're beside her, so yes. Every one of you that don't like smiling, and guess what? If you're not smiling, I'm going to ask you to go out and knock on the door, and it's not a punishment. Because your subconscious says, screw this, I got nothing to smile for. Why do you think I came to your goddamn course? You better make me happy. Don't ask me to smile, I got nothing to smile for. And don't tell me, I see the attitude. I'll tell you something. If you don't believe me, Alicia's been around for a while. Can the biggest bomb go off and I still got a smile?
Yeah.
I just had a conversation with someone. And because of money, it's so easy for people to sell themselves. And they just did something not nice. And they're getting all personal about it and trying to protect it. I'm going, it's okay. I get it, you know. Everybody's got their price. But I'm going to have to talk to my team, and then we'll decide whether we're going to move on working with you. And I'll get back to you. No. Don't get emotional about it. This is not about emotion. It's just that, you know, the reality is guess what? The bigger we get, the more we've got to watch out, because people are looking to try to bring us down. Just like your family will try to bring you down. And I don't walk around going, they're trying to bring me down. Okay? The reality is are people like this? What are you smiling about? What are you
laughing at?
What are you laughing? Are you laughing at me? You get that smile off your face. Isn't that what we taught our children? You get that smile off your face. I'm talking to you, you less than a dog. That's how we treated our children. And they taught us to treat them like that, and we have no guilt because we just woke up. We will tell our children that we have woke up and that we will apologize. But our children will no longer make us feel bad just because we were screwed up, adulterated adults, because that's what every adult is adulterated. Let me read something to you. And understand, we're going to have a lot of fun this week. And I mean it. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to talk about the hard things, and we're going to laugh about them. We're going to cry about them. And we're going to come together. And we're going to support every one of us. And every one of you have a story. And every story is different. Guess what? It's not even your story. You're made from this belief and this belief and this belief and this belief. And that's why you're that. And then she's made from this belief, and this belief. It's just a bunch of beliefs put together. It creates a personality. And none of you are acting like your true self. Because the only true self is one that never has to apologize, okay, to themselves. Because you're here to learn or burn. Which one do you want?
Learn.
No, that's not true. You all believe that suffering is the way to the Lord. Suffering is what you do for your family. Yes or no? Every mother in here and every father, every brother, every sister suffers. The man would go, no matter how hard he worked that day, he made sure he came home exhausted. Because his job supposedly stopped at the door. What?
Is that enough?
You what?
She needs to talk.
Okay, all right. Okay. At least somebody's letting go. And you don't have to ask to go to the bathroom. Okay? This isn't school where we're going to totally dishonor your plumbing. What a bunch of bullshit. Let me tell you something. You send your kids to school, you're a fool. I was a fool. They didn't get anything out of it. My God. You know, my son Sage still, like, he doesn't know how to do math. He hardly knows how to read. He hardly knows how to write. But watch when he comes in here and he controls the room and teaches you the most powerful body work in the world. Because understand something. All we need is to teach our kids simple math. Not because we're simple, but we don't need anything else unless you want to be a mathematician.
Or an engineer.
Or an engineer. And guess what? Know how to read and know how to write. But first and foremost, unconditionally learn how to love yourself. And never take that away from your children again.
Nurture what they're interested in.
Yeah, that's right. And there's the deal right there. In school, are you like crazy? God, you only did it. Most of us did it because we had a full-time babysitter, because they made us believe that we were all going to be poor. So we definitely couldn't afford to do anything with our kids. They were just a burden anyways.
And women, you must work.
And women must work. I mean, the whole thing was a plan. You know that. Okay? All right? Relax the leg. No, because that'll take the energy and make it anxiety. And guess what? Anybody that shakes their leg up and down, just letting you know, is going to have a neurological disease before they leave the planet. Okay? And the reason why the leg moves all the time is we're going to get ready, because shit's going to fly. And there's going to be trouble. Well, there's not going to be any trouble here. So everybody needs to connect to their breath, put a slight smile on. You're doing a great job, by the way. But just know everybody's watching you. Everybody. And do you know why I did that to her? Because she came here and she was so nervous. And she's going, oh my God, I don't know, I'm getting stressed out. I guess maybe the dancing, all the stuff going on, and did I make the right decision? So I decided I would just turn the heat up on her. So everybody needs to look at her every couple minutes like this. That'll get her to come here real fast. Are you here yet? Good. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so this is what we do, is we have fun, but we want to get it done. We want to get everybody loving themselves unconditionally. Let me tell you something. Your subconscious rules schools you, and it creates everything beautiful and it creates everything bad. If you've got bad beliefs, you've got a bad life. If you've got sick beliefs, you've got a sick life. If you've got rich beliefs, you've got a rich life. If you've got poor beliefs, you've got a poor life. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh my God, I struggled. I could hardly even get here, getting the money, getting the time. Oh my God, leaving my family. There's your story. There's your story. It all has to be a struggle. And it's not going to change right away, because that's how you lived your whole life. Just think about it. Why don't we all just take a consensus and we'll do it live. This will change your life, this course. And if it doesn't, I want you to put your hand up and tell me that it didn't. This is going to change your life. And the thing that's going to change your life was so hard to get here. So hard to get the money. So hard to do everything. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. You never will. You don't love yourself. Lori and I go, we can't do that. We go, we're going to do it. See, you had to just get here. We had to put this all together. Your imagination will be based on your belief systems. And if your belief systems suck, then your imagination sucks. And the reason why they wanted us to go to school is by the time you're 5 years old, you're finding your authentic self. The filter is starting to be removed, and they need to get you into school right away so that you never find your authentic self. My God, 250,000 of them hog-tied 8 billion people, pulled their pants down, took the diaper off, and put it on their face for 3 years. Seriously. And we are the most intelligent species in the universe. We're the most programmable species. Now, what if you decided to program yourself and you weren't going to allow anyone else to program you? Then you would be what you needed to be. You would see what you needed to see. And you would be free. But guess what? You're so desperate for love that guess what? Do you know how many of you are going to be here and just coming here, your family won't be able to find the peanut butter jar and they'll all have a meltdown and they'll want you to fly back home. Alicia?
Yeah. The love is within here. We've all put it outside of ourselves. And when you reclaim that and you start to love yourself and do self-care.
You've crippled your family.
Yeah.
You didn't allow them to do what they could do for themselves. You didn't allow them to make mistakes and learn how to learn from those mistakes. I'm going to make 1 million mistakes during this course. And no, I'm not going to apologize. Because guess what? Do you know how you become a master at something? Repetition. 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 I'm not good at that. Well, that's because you give up on yourself all the time. You never follow through because you've been taught that you're stupid, and you're not. If you've got a stupid belief, then you're always going to be stupid. If you've got I'm an intelligent person, then you're going to act like it, and we're all actors. You're just acting. Every one of you are actors. And I'm an actor, but I'm enjoying it. And guess what? I've cracked my coconut open. I've removed every belief that I was given by every system and by my parents that they wish they would have gotten rid of.
Everything that doesn't serve you.
Everything that doesn't serve me is gone. And guess what? People out here would go, what a selfish prick. No. This is my life. And guess what? If I don't bring my spirit up, I get to eat and poop for eternity. If you think that this is as good as it gets, if you think that there aren't a gazillion levels to your spiritual wellness and growth, what is wrong with you?
You're here to level up in the game of life.
Listen, planet Earth is a fun-filled, life-threatening game. And I am winning it because I am not scared of any entity out there. I'm not going to go to battle with them either. I'm not going to make them look good. I'm not going to make them look bad. They're not part of my life. If I don't like broccoli, I don't hate broccoli.
You just don't
it's out of my view. I didn't want to pay out all those taxes, so I searched the world over and found out what the psychos are doing. So guess what? Now we're doing it because we have to be allowed to do what they do. That's how they hide behind the curtain. We have already brought almost 100 people to Puerto Rico. And guess what? They're off the hook now. They can't stop us. We're going to bring millions. And people, and what's in it for me? Every time that I bring up the vibration in someone else, I bring up my own vibration. It is total selfishness. I am being totally selfish. And I am selfish enough to know that if I bring everybody's vibration up here, maybe we'll all get dance in our pants. And by the time we do the celebration party, we'll all be dancing down there on the beach. And we'll be celebrating ourselves. But coming together and bringing up the vibration for each other. You actually think that your family loves you. I mean, you're like psycho. You know, your family gives off a frequency of love that triggers the love inside you. That's real science. Nobody can give you love. Your arm is around Tora right now. You're not giving your love. You've got your arm around her, and that frequency off your arm is going into her. You're not giving her any love. You're using Torah to make Torah happy, to bring up her vibration, so that her vibration goes in to help to trigger the love that's inside of you. Do you get that? Torah has never loved you. And the only time that she pretends to love you is when she's needing your attention. Are you getting what I'm saying? You cannot, we can do something physical that we call love. But that's not love. Love is a vibration, and oh my God, when I'm with him, I feel so much love. He fills me up. Or she fills me up, right? The reality is they have a specific frequency because they are so turned on by you. So you're giving each other frequencies and turning on the love you already have inside yourself that nobody else is doing. That's why we call you're my mate. Why are you my mate? Because your frequency triggers the love that I can't seem to wake up. But what if you came and took a course that woke up the love that you have inside yourself and you didn't need your partner to do it? You wouldn't be exhausting each other like you're both nipples, sucking on each other till there's nothing except an empty sack. Let me tell you, you cannot live without love because we're emotional beings. Okay, whoever that is, you're out of the course. Now that that's done, there's an empty seat. Lori, is there anybody waiting? You know what? Thank you. Usually I have to. It's sooner, but thank you. You're not actually going to answer it. Oh my God! Get over here, then talk. Come here, then. If you're gonna talk, I want to know what you're saying. I never liked her from the minute she walked in. Did you? Hands up. Yeah, see? Everybody else, same feeling. Okay. All you had to do was love yourself. That's all you have to do. If you were to completely love yourself right now, it's over. It's all over. Everything would work for you. Everything would work for you. You know, that which created the whole universe has never loved us. It's beyond love. Love is some contaminated thing that we throw around like, I love you. Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay? We just throw that around. It's a contaminated word. Self-love is the only love, and I'll tell you why. Torah, if Kevin totally loved him, honored himself, and respected himself, what would that do for your relationship? It would create so much space. Do you see that? Because he is demanding on her and she isn't able to spend enough time with herself. And guess what? He would say the same thing. And guess what? It's not because they're broken. It's because they're programmed. You need to understand something. The human brain, okay, is electrical. It takes more energy than anything else. It's a computer. But when you buy a computer, there's no programs in it. But guess what? The Rockefellers, Rothschilds, okay, and every other psycho make sure that they shove their contaminated programs into us really fast.
It up really young.
Bam! And I had to do it that way because that's it. They got to move fast. Mm-hmm. Because they don't want you to know what you could have had. Because understand something. This is a slave planet. And understand something. Jesus broke through it. Jesus was here to teach unconditional love. Jesus broke through it. And a lot of other people like Jesus have broke through it. And you can break through it too. As Jesus said, you are me.
Everything I can do, you can do and more.
And more. And I'm telling you, everything that I do and show you here, you can do better than me. Take everything that I have given you, and that's everything. The books, the videos, take it all. I mean, we will help you with everything. You should be able to do way more than me. And the only thing that's stopping you is these dysfunctional, toxic beliefs you have. I'm telling you, that's it. So you go ahead and I'm shy. There's no such thing as shy. There's lack of confidence because you have a belief that you are not confident. Okay? I get anxiety. Well, no, you keep on telling a stressful story over and over again. That's all it is. You know, what do you think getting every disease that comes back, okay, to you, okay, is because you retold the same story, you released the same chemicals and hormones that caused it the first time.
And it affects the terrain of your body.
Shut your mouth. Tell a new story. Go home tonight and rewrite the story. And I want you totally off the hook. You know what people believe that are really, there's certain types of groups out there that if they believe that if you had unconditional love for yourself and you took yourself off the hook, you would get a gun and a knife and you go out and murder people. People out there actually believe that if we don't keep ourselves guilty of something, we're going to hurt people. Do you actually think that somebody that has unconditional love can give anything except unconditional love? Are you like out of your skull? I mean, a 6-year-old could understand that. But understand this. That's why they grab them when they're 6 and 5. They grab them to destroy them. And the reality is guess what? The only reason why you can't teach an old dog new tricks is because they got taught the wrong tricks and they've been doing them for so long, they're ingrained. Listen, you can lean over and kiss your partner in the dark and you'll hit their lips. You know where you're in sync. You can put your pants on in the dark. You can make coffee and have a coffee and go, did we have coffee this morning? Because it's all programming. It's all programming. The subconscious is dangerous for 9,999 people out of 10,000. Because guess what? They don't understand that if you had every belief in your subconscious that totally loved, honored, and respected you, you'll have the life you want. The only way that these psychos can control us is through fear and through the reality that money's hard to make. I got to go find a job. Think about this. You all said this. I need to find a job. I got to pay my bills. I need to find a job. I got to pay my bills. I need to find a job. I got to pay my bills. That's what you said. And when you were done school, you were scared crapless. You didn't know who you were, didn't know what you wanted to do. You lost your dreams because I was in school and I even had my shirt ripped off because I was daydreaming by a teacher. I'm not kidding. Daydreams are not allowed. Daydreams are your imagination. Your sandbox became a kitty litter, and it stayed that way. And the reality is this. I need you all to act childish in this course. And if you don't act childlike, then you're not going to get what you deserve.
It's how you find the authentic you.
Yeah, it is. Let me read something that I put up today. Family does not mean keeping secrets. Every family has, I'll keep your secret if you keep my secret. Families are the most toxic thing on this planet right now. And they have been for a long time. Families are awful. They're awful. Tell me they're not. Go ahead, tell me. Tell me everything's just beautiful.
There's a lot of expectations in families.
Yeah. Keeping secrets, walking on eggshells. I don't walk on eggshells for anybody in my family. I don't go around breaking eggs, but I don't walk on eggshells either. Because that's you feeding victimitis. And keeping secrets, yeah, there's nothing more toxic than you're going to do. If you can't sit as a family with unconditional love and put it all on the table and come from your heart, you're not a family. You're a Damnily. Okay? Lying to keep the peace. I won't do it. Let the mother blow up and let's rebuild this thing. I'm not going to go out and yell and scream, attack, judge, but let it blow up. Let it blow up. Let's have an authentic family. Pretending others are healthy. What a bunch of crap. You know, there's hardly anybody. Okay, right now there's probably about 30 in the whole room on an emotional, physical level. And it's not your fault. Get that. Oh, he's out there judging. No, I'm observing. There's a difference. Let me tell you something. When we start going around the circle here today, And you're going to go, how did he know that about me? Because as long as you don't judge anymore and you only observe, you will be allowed to see inside people. You will see their whole thing. Because now you are a being, not a doing. I will never come after anybody for a joke, come after anyone because I think I'm smarter. God, I love you. And I mean it. But understand, I had to say it for years. And I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I was bullshitting myself. And I had to bullshit myself until I could take it. I knew it was right. I knew I had to get there. And it was like this, oh my God, I've hated that kind of person all my life. How can I even say I love them? But I would say it, and it would actually make me ill to say it because I was going against my subconscious beliefs. It's not easy. I didn't say it was easy. I lost my place here. You upset me. Okay. Pretending others are healthy. How many times do we do that? But I'll tell you one thing, Lori? We go visit our relatives and they all know who I am and they all know who Lori is and they all know what we do. They don't want to hear from us. And you need to understand that. And I respect it. And I love the people that we visit. And we will never bring up anything, will we, honey? You can't. You can't.
You become the terrorist.
No. Because guess what? You're right. I become the terrorist and I will never terrorize anyone. And you need to understand that. That's why you're not going to run home to your family. Oh my God, I'm going to go home and they're going to love me for the first time in my life so deeply because I'm going to save everyone.
No, you're going to go home and love yourself so deeply. And if people are curious, they'll ask. They'll ask.
And guess what? Even if they ask, hand them the manual.
Yeah.
Tell them to go watch a video that you think that they might be interested. Don't open your mouth. Don't open your mouth. I warned you.
No verbal diarrhea.
No. Yeah. You know? Oh my God. Jeez, I was just pretending I wanted to know. And that's the truth.
Yeah, if they go watch the video, then you know they were...
I'm trying to help you out here, guys.
Yeah.
But no, you need to go home and get disappointed, right? So that because your subconscious says, there's no way that you are going to actually change all these beliefs. There's no way you're going to change all these beliefs. You're going back to the way you were. You know that your subconscious is built in a way that if it's a new belief, even if it's going to save you, it's going to fight it.
Because it might kill you.
Because it might kill you because it doesn't know it. And guess what everybody in your family does? Okay, guess what? Oh, I heard about him. He murders people. You joined a cult. How much more money are you going to waste of the families? I know that. And the story's already happened, guaranteed. It's already here. I looked him up. Well, we do give them money back, but it's only until 6. What time is it? 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
We're getting there. Maybe we should have an extended lunch. Okay. All right. Tiptoe around the truth. Don't speak of it when you go home. Your truth is your truth.
And theirs is theirs.
And the only time that they're ever going to want what you have is because the vibration was there long enough and strong enough and gentle enough that they took it in like a sponge and you didn't try to force it like trying to put a square peg into a round hole. And you know, you want somebody shoving something into your hole? No. They don't want it. Don't try to force it. You are the terrorist. I'm just here to save your life. Oh, God. Really?
Most people don't.
No, they want to be saved. And it's not for you to save. Listen, if you take all your energy when you leave here for 9 months and you focus and you are selfish enough to understand what it takes to get there, I did say selfish enough to be self-centered, centered in self. Everybody took centered in self and turned it around and called it self-centered. Self-centered is when you hold your love and your light back. But being centered into self is when you hold everything dear to yourself and make sure that you look after yourself before others, even your children, your husband, your wife. You know, you can't give what you're not. You can only give what you are. You've got to get this today. We can't go into this course and you not buying into just a little bit that unconditional love is the key. How many people here that which created the universe has conditional love for us? Put your hand up if you believe that which created the universe has conditional love for us. You believe that? Then you're going to struggle all the way through here. Because you're saying that which created the universe is dysfunctional. Let me tell you something. I sold drugs. I lied. I tried to sleep with as many women as I could when I was younger. Now tell me I'm different from any other guy. Well, maybe other guys didn't sell drugs. But I came from a very poverty-conscious family. Okay? My father was a born-again Christian pastor. My mother she was Roman Catholic, and she became a flaming alcoholic. I would go to soccer practice and take my bag, and after soccer practice, go steal things from Woolworths. And it was a different Woolworths. It wasn't a grocery store. Things that my family needed. I was in survival mode. And if you think that which created the universe is that low vibrational to actually judge me, there's something wrong with you. Terribly wrong with you. You actually believe that which we call the creator actually is up there judging us. When we come down to a planet that we have enough water, enough food, we don't even need money to run this planet. You do know that there can be 100 billion people on this planet, and there's way more space and way more water and way more food, and I can prove it. And so can anybody with a brain that's logical. The people that put their hand up that they actually believe that God judges us, they're going to struggle through this course, and they're going to struggle with their healings, and they're going to struggle with their clients and their patients. I don't feel for those people. You're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. Let me tell you something, because these people believe that they have sinned and that they are not worthy of that which created the universe's love. Now, let me ask you a question. Does every religion have different rules? Then pick one that can let you off the hook, baby. No, are you hearing what I'm saying? Oh no, but yours is the right one. I'm not downing religion. I'm not downing your faith. I'm trying to tell you, if you don't let yourself off the hook, you're not going to get your money's worth out of this course. And if you're going to judge other people in this room, it's not going to go well for you.
Waste your energy.
You don't get it. You proved to me what I just said. You couldn't. I read it in a book, Daryl. That's great. You go ahead and read all day long. You go ahead and listen to everyone else that passes stories down. Do you know why they call it his story, his story? Because everything is his story. Every story. Every religion was made up by man. Every system was made up by man. And tell me one of them that aren't toxic. One of them that are totally pure of heart. Do you think that we deserve unconditional love? Do you just believe that wouldn't you like to be off the hook? Well, who's going to let you off the hook? It has to be you. You know what? If we don't believe that we're being judged, then we go to hell forever. Oh my God, and if we weren't being judged, then you know that you'd be you'd be dangerous. You'd be stealing and lying and cheating all the time. Listen, maybe it's just me, but when my father said to me that, you know, you're either going to go to heaven or hell, I said to him, well, what do I need to do to go to heaven? He could never tell me. Nobody can. Follow the rules.
They'll tell you what you do to go to hell, though.
Yeah, they always tell you what you're going to do. So this is not about religion in here. I'm just trying to make you understand something, and then we're not talking about it again through this course. This is about unconditional love. This for yourself and for the world. This is about loving every moment and staying in it. You know, every time that you are self-loathing or you are self-judging, you miss opportunities. Yes or no? When's the last time that you felt guilty and opportunities were coming your way? Listen, if it wasn't for guilt, okay, we wouldn't be wearing those silly masks or pumping bacterial soap that has cancer-causing chemicals that kill the bacteria in our body. Meanwhile, our whole body is mainly bacteria. We are 50 trillion cells, 500 trillion bacteria. Did you know that? So go get yourself a squirt. I'm trying to show you, and then we will take it really nice. You're going to love the course, I promise. I'm just trying to shake things up a little bit. I want you not to judge me. I want you not to judge yourself. I want you to observe me. I want you to observe yourself. Can you just go for 9 days without judging? That love band you should be sitting here with that love band and just doing this. While you're sitting there doing nothing right now. You should be just doing that lightly. Why? That's kissing yourself. Oh, wouldn't want to do that. And it's snug as a hug. And every time you're doing this, you're staying in the present moment. And that means I'm going to keep smiling and I'm going to keep breathing. And I'm going to allow the information to come in. I'm not going to buy into all his BS, his belief systems, but I'm not going to throw them in the garbage. And I'm going to sit back here as an observer, not a judger. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. And everybody here is going to hear something different, even though I said the same thing. Everybody here is going to get something out of it different. You know as well as I do, when something goes on in the world, we all saw it differently. That's it. We all saw it differently. Let's see if we can get through this list. Attending events that derail you. Here's one right here. You've got till 6 o'clock to get your money back. Okay? And derailing your healing process. How many times have you derailed your healing process because somebody offered you a drink or some diabetic water, okay? Or they've...
Diabetic water. Sorry, I like that. Soda.
All right? And, or they said, come on. You know that people that don't want a higher vibration are going to want you to their lower vibration. You do get that, right? But they love you. But they love you as much as they can love you when they don't love themselves. Did you get that? I'm never going to be upset with my children. If they can't love themselves, how can they love me? They'll only love me when they're getting something out of me. Yes or no? Oh, wait a minute. That's you. That's you. It's all of you. See, I just set you up. You're only loving someone when they're loving you. If somebody doesn't love you, you don't love them. And that's what you were taught. Yes or no? There's somebody in your family you hate right now. There's somebody in your family you don't like right now. I love them all. And guess what? What kind of day does that give me? What kind of energy? Where do you get your energy from, Daryl? Well, I do get it from the way I eat, because I hardly ever eat. And I try to eat high vibrational as much as possible. I take my nutraceuticals, but the one thing that actually gives me most of my energy is loving all of you. Because when I love all of you, the energy that comes off of you, it just gets me high.
Love is an inside job.
It's an inside job. But that doesn't mean I'm going to try to put anything in the hole, okay? All right, okay. How about defending poor choices? Well, it's because what? Right? Let's not defend poor choices anymore. Let's just be honest. Wow. Won't want to do that again. I do not, in the course, some will be upset with me because I will not let your subconscious jump into the conversation and go on and then just throw up on everyone, will I?
No.
And you will see it. Some of you that are victims will go, he's a bully.
Or he's a dick.
Or he's a dick, yeah. They will. You will. You will think that that's what I am. Okay? I'm just letting you know the ground rules. And then you're going to see later, oh my God, now I see. Try not to come in with judgment. Try to come in and observe. And you're going to get there so fast. If you could let every judging belief system go that you ever had right now, you'd be ready to teach this course.
You'd be free.
You'd be free for the rest of your life. So let's say that somebody says to me, I'm really upset with you. I'm not going to go, oh, well, I didn't. Ugh. That's not what I do. I'm going to go, how do you believe, because it's their belief, right? How do you believe I upset you? And then I'm going to go, okay, yeah, you're right. It probably did look like that. Because, see, I have to retune myself. I have to refine myself. And I have to grow. Listen, I grow immensely from every course. I have to. And that's why every course is different, is it?
Every course is different.
Every course is different. You know your book? We might open your book up for 2 hours during the whole course. Nothing in that book is going to be taught. We're going to teach you about the nutraceuticals. We're going to go over that. We're going to teach you about the exercises. We're going to teach you about having a perfect day without the book. And then everything in the book you need to go home and learn. But I will tell you, that book you got, that 450-page book, there is no training, health guide in the world, and guess what? Like it. I promise you. I know it. I put my heart into it. And so is there's hundreds of thousands of hours in that book. That book can be understood by a 6-year-old. Cannot. It'll stand up against any doctor anywhere. They cannot rebuke that.
It's the whole meal deal.
It is a whole meal deal. Everything on the emotional, nutritional, and physical level. And you know what? When you're done this course, we've got 3 professional trainings every week for you, for free, for the rest of your life. We build your website for course. We do your cards. We make your cards for cost. We'll build your website for cost. We have marketing for free. Do we?
Yes.
You don't understand. The money that you pay goes into creating this. Look if my dream were to have New World practitioners all around the world, if I don't make sure that we have nets to catch you and things to propel you and support you. Do you know how many people came here? Probably at least 40 to 60% came here just to take the course so that they could get back on course and love their life because they're ready to off themselves. Do you know how many of you are going to change from that and want to do this on a part-time or even a full-time level when you finish this? You have no idea. 90% of the people that came here to only take the course to help themselves will actually be doing it and doing it for a living. When you finish this, you will be a nutritional consultant, emotional consultant, better than most out there. When you get finished with the Wolf Non-Surgical, you will be better than any body worker for at least 200 miles around you. And I say it every course, and I can defend it. And understand, and you will give a money-back guarantee for every consultation and every treatment. And if they want their money back, you will call me, we'll find out why they did, and I will give their money back. Did you hear me? Do you understand how powerful you are? That you have a genius inside of you? And when you say to me, I didn't get 4 years of training, or I didn't get 6 years of training, you don't need it. It's BS. It's BS. And I'm saying it's BS. It's dysfunctional belief systems. So you're going to tell me that your medical doctor's into health. You're going to tell me that naturopathic doctors are go to naturopathic school are only taught what they need to be empowered, or did they cross the line already and they learn 90% of their stuff isn't worth a hoot? Trust me, I know. I've been doing this for 40 years. Don't you disrespect yourself. When you leave here, I want you to already have your equipment at home sitting there. I want you to line up all the family and friends and tell them, I don't want to give you a consult because I think you need it. Would you do me a favor? I just took a consulting course and an emotional nutritional course, and I need you to fill out this perfect day. Look it, I don't want to take too much of your time, but if you'll fill it out, I need to practice and do this. So I'd like to give you a consult because nobody wants it, because nobody needs help out there, right? So the reality is you're going to say to everybody, you're going to line it up. It's in your book, and we're going to run them off, and or you can email them. We'll show you how to do it. And make sure too that if not today, tomorrow, if you didn't get into the master's portal so that you could do your training, and you didn't get your wholesale, you didn't get your affiliate, you didn't get everything you deserve, tomorrow Cynthia will be on, and we'll make sure that everybody's looked after, and that's in lockdown. You have not met anybody like me. You have not, and I'm not saying I'm special. You are. I'm going to go all the way for you. Are we going to go all the way for them?
All the way.
Every time you call, we're going to answer your phone. We're going to help and we're going to support you. You'll understand something. You learn this stuff, you mind your business, we'll help build your business. We will refer people to come to you. How's that? Is that enough? And you're not going to find one therapist out there that say that I'm full of it. And guess what? In the last, we have taught 1,000 therapists in the last 2 years. Did you get that? Did you get that? I think I just lied. 600. It's in between 6 and 650. That was the last 3 years we did that. Okay? In the last 3 years, we've taught just under 1,000 therapists. How's that? And we're supporting them. Take a look at the book. Take a look at the library. Take a look at your practitioner's portal. You can't call too often. If you decide you want to come to the course again, you get 20% off. Third course, 20% off. Now you become a master trainer. Now we're looking for a master practitioner. Now we're looking for you to come and train with us. Now we're looking for you to do our BraveHeart circles. We're looking for you to do our pelvic courses. We're looking for you to eventually do whole life coach trainings. This is our goal. Our goal is a huge picture. And understand something, okay? I will not be like that guy and going, thank God, my job is over. I'm retired. Because this is not a job. This is a passion. Find your passion. Find your purpose. And if this is not your passion to do this for a living, then what you're going to do is find your passion through the course. And go get it, dust it off. And you never, ever compromise yourself again for anyone. For anyone. Okay, let me ask you a question. How many people here have children? Okay, everybody. Okay, all right, we've been busy. Okay, you've got them too. You just don't know where they are. All right. So let's take... How many children do you have? 3. Okay, let me ask you a question. How much would you like them to love themselves? Really, really. You love yourself 3% right now, maybe 6 max. There's no way they even love themselves at all. Why? Not because of me. You can't say because of the beliefs that I was force-fed and I didn't know I have. You have to talk. You can't say because of you. You have to be a little bit longer and a little bit stronger with your phrasing. You cannot take the blame. He takes guilt easy. That's why he's so stiff. When you believe that you are not enough for who you are, you will work yourself to death. You will prove you can make more money than the next person. And guess what? I'm going to tell you something. I always made money. I worked 10 times harder, maybe 100 times harder. I don't know. Before I fell in love with myself and got myself off the hook. Now, I love what I do and I do what I love. And you can ask Lori, I don't know how much we make. There's only one rule when we started the business back up again in 14 years ago. And it was one rule. And that rule was this. Was it, honey? I said, don't tell me how much we have in the bank. I don't want to touch money. I don't want anything to do with it. I just want to know if I ask for... Jara?
Yes.
I hope you know that you just interrupted, okay? A huge class, and I'm in Australia.
Well, good morning. Sorry for interrupting you.
You didn't interrupt us. This is my son, Jara. And how would you guys like to see on this big screen? Okay, how old are you, Jara?
I'm 32.
Oh, God, I can't keep up. He's 32 years old, okay? And he did 110 ballet? 110 students. What?
4-6.
146.
146 ballet students from around the world, and he choreographed this dance. And it will have you choked up and in tears, and we will play it this week on the screen, okay? All right? And he is world known now for this. Okay? So when my son decided to be a dancer, okay, and he had to take ballet and jazz and all that, everybody said, don't do it, you will be poor. And I said, that is a decision, Jara. That is a decision. If you want to be poor and be a dancer, if you want to make money and be a dancer, you put it out to the universe and you'll have it. And also, anytime you've ever talked to me and he would always put himself down or keep himself in the shadows, what would your dad do?
Tell me to go out and get it.
Go out and get it, baby. Go out and get it. Okay, because I'm going to tell you something. You're not taking anything from anyone. There's enough of everything. And guess what? You're just not claiming your God-given right. Okay? That's it. Okay? Anyways, what do you want now? What do you want?
I was just calling to say hi. I love you. Have a great day.
I love you, babe. Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
Oh, that list.
We're almost at the bottom.
We're almost at that list.
Almost.
We're almost done, so nobody even think you're going pee.
How did you know?
We're almost done. Okay, ready? Engaging in toxic behavior. Think about it. I got to tell you something. Boy, I'll tell you something right now. Every celebration we do, we're trying to kill ourselves. Tell me about it. Let's go out and celebrate, honey. Let's eat crap. Let's drink crap and feel like crap. Oh, it's little Jimmy's birthday. Let's get as much sugar into him as possible.
It's a treat.
Because it's a treat. Oh, you've been so good, Mommy's going to poison you. Tell me that we're high vibrational beings, and I'll say we're not. Tell me that we have the possibility of becoming high vibrational beings, and I'm going to tell you, yes, baby. You can vibrate as high as you want. You can follow in the footsteps of Buddha. Jesus Christ, and many other people before us. You just have to make the decision. Okay, did Jesus teach unconditional love? And what are you teaching? Conditional love. So don't think you're going to get something that you're not going to get. You know, a certain key unlocks a certain lock. You might want to get that. And guess what? Those of you that put your hand up, that you believe that God's up there, so that means the first time that you actually discovered your sexuality and you made yourself feel good, that means most of you are going to hell for that too. And I'm going to tell you something right now. When they said, okay, that if you did that, you would have worse eyesight, that's not true. My eyes got better. All right. Remaining loyal to destructive patterns and belief systems. That wouldn't be any of you, would it? We just talked about something. How you don't deserve. Or sacrificing my needs in an attempt to fix and save others. Oh, that wouldn't be any of you, would it? I am never going to sacrifice myself. Because we don't have to. We don't have to sacrifice. We don't have to suffer. So let's take a break and not suffer. Go to the bathroom. Thanks for joining us.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. We got this.